you got to stop, which the Eagles did.
Whit Marshall out of Georgia, where he was a teammate of Eric Zires, as the Eagles will get the ball back thanks to Whit Marshall and linebacker coach Joe Vitt. You saw him applaud, and he loved it. Freddie Solomon inside his 30. He missed the tackle there, and Freddie Solomon still on his feet out to the 35. It's number 37 for the Baltimore Ravens. Benny Thompson had a shot at him, didn't get him. The ball will be up around the 35 when they mark it, and the Eagles will take over with 11:01 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll be right back after this Fox timeout.
Welcome back to Baltimore. I'm Carl Churkin along with Ron Jaworski and Don Tollison. And the Eagles and the Ravens are in the fourth quarter. 11 minutes, 1 second remaining. You can see an awful lot of people along the Eagles sidelines already with their gear off. Ronnie Dixon, who twisted an ankle earlier in the game, the defensive tackle, he's already dressed and in his civvies. A bunch of the starters, William Fuller, Mike Mamula, they've all got their gear off. It's up to the young players to make that impression. Under Ray Rhodes, you do get an opportunity, and this one is theirs. Back up to you.
Thanks very much, Kevin Bowie, on the handoff. Bobby Hoying, Carl Churkin, really alluding to the fact that preseason football games are not about the scoreboard. They're about the tape that the coaches will be looking at Lehigh. You know, knowing these guys, it's going to be a 3.5-hour bus trip back. The John Gruden, Emmett Thomas, Ray Rhodes, they are football tape fanatics. I bet you they may put some up at 6 a.m. this morning as soon as they get a little rest.
And they'll be looking at this list right here. Jerome Mayberry, Jason Dunn, Brian Dawkins, Bobby Hoying, Ray Farmer, Marshall in the middle, the guy that only played his senior year at Georgia. These 5 guys have played well tonight.
Absolutely. Whit Marshall was a reserve player till he was a senior, came up big as a late bloomer, could help the Eagles at linebacker. 2nd down and 7 for Bobby Hoying. Looking out to the left side, the pass is complete. Freddie Solomon, the punt returner, holds onto it. And Bobby Hoying, nice touch on that ball.
You know, like they say in real estate, location, location, location. Same with throwing the football. Set it 3 steps, 1.5 seconds, the ball comes out, put it on his belt buckle, first down.
Bobby Hoying is going to be huge. You know, as we look at Freddie Solomon on the isolated, if you can do the things he does as a punt returner plus that, well, he's on this squad.
I love this guy.
Big factor.
I love this guy. You gotta make a football team.
Freddie Solomon has had 54 yards on his 5 punt returns as Bobby Hoying, Kevin Bowie, and the Eagles take over again into Ravens territory. Nice pickup. Again, we mentioned Kevin Bowie is a backup running back, but he can't help himself any more than he is right now with that kind of movement.
You got it. Moving up the field, north and south running. You'll see it right here. Kevin Bowie from his deep position. You'll see McCurry on the block. Boom! That's the way to get that linebacker. Fred creates the hole for Bowie to come up there. Well, I tell you, you love to see a guy get hit and go forward. They keep a nice stat now. Yards after the first hit. He had 4 after the hit.
He missed all last season with a shoulder ailment. Came up with an 8-yard gain there. 2nd down and 2 for the Philadelphia Eagles. Bobby Hoying again to Kevin Bowie. He's going to try to turn the corner. He's got the first down and more. All the way down to the Baltimore Ravens 35. Larry McSteed on the tackle. He's out of the University of Delaware, a former Blue Hen. But, boy, you're delighted with Kevin Bowie tonight.
Well, you're delighted with this whole offense right now. You got a bunch of guys that are scrapping, battling, scratching. It's an opportunity to make a football team.
All righty. We love the Fox 10 o'clock news. We're very proud of our whole team, and the 10 o'clock news team will be following the game here on Fox for all the day's news, an hour ahead of the rest. Watch the Fox 10 o'clock news, honored this year by the Pennsylvania Associated Press with the award for Best Newscast and Overall Excellent. Watch the Fox 10 o'clock news a couple of minutes past 10 tonight on Fox. Bobby Hoying has him up the line of scrimmage. Little misdirection there, and they get the ball to Freddie McCrary, and he is a teammate of Kevin Bowie from their college days at Mississippi State, so they know each other very well in the backfield.
You're right, the misdirection play, and it was a nice little changeup. John Gruden, once again, you know, it's hard to believe in the first preseason game they're doing things like this. You'll see the guard and the tackle pulling away from the direction Weatherspoon goes. They give it to the fullback coming underneath. I'll tell you, when teams over-pursue, this thing could go for big. When you see Bobby Hoying reverse out, come back around. It looks like he's coming to the boom, all of a sudden he hands back underneath to Fred McCrary. Positive play, get 3 yards.
Okay, golden boy Bobby Hoying. There's Fred McCrary, has it 2nd down and 7, operating just inside the 35-yard line of the Baltimore Ravens. Hoying, nice tight to tight end. That would be Tony Johnson, fumble on the play. Johnson, the tight end that Ray told us he's got to get more production out of, and it looks like the Baltimore Ravens are claiming they've got the ball. The referees will come in for the conference, but we're looking at number 84. He made the catch on the ball from Bobby Hoying, but Ray told us this is a guy, physically he is huge. I've got to make sure he produces stuff.
Well, he felt he had great athletic ability. He really questioned his heart, and if you question a guy's heart in the National Football League, it's pretty tough to get confidence. Here you'll see Hoying set at 3, find the open man. Again, location, the ball's perfect. It should have been an incompletion, never had control of the ball. But you've got to make that catch, and you got to wrap the football up. You make plays like this, you're going to be in the bus out of Baltimore, not going back to Lehigh.
All right, Pashone Adams, number 43, with the big hit. So the Ravens will take over. 7:51 to go in this football game. Ravens lead the Eagles 10-9. Stick with us. The NFL on Fox. The Ravens flexing their football muscles, and the Ravens fans. This guy shouldn't be in the stands, Ronnie. Why is this guy not playing, man?
Looks like Reggie White. He's supposed to be in Green Bay.
That man has huge guns like a Reggie White. Of course, the Eagles have a player named Mark Gunn. Also a great trivia. Probably the first NFL team ever. The Eagles have 2 Bubbas right now. New York Jets at the Vet next Thursday. We'll do that game on Fox, as well as the season closer, the preseason game against the Steelers on the 23rd to get ready for the regular season. Eric Zier over the middle, and there's a drop by Jermaine Lewis. He, of course, is supposed to be the sure-handed guy with the punt returns. He's had trouble with that. Boy, with that drive, Ray crazy. It's driving Ted Marchibroda crazy, I'm sure.
I'll guarantee you, Ted on that sideline is not a happy camper. I'm looking down there and seeing Don Strock, the quarterback coach, saying, hang in there, Eric. You're going to the right guy. We'll come up with the catch for you.
All right, that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10, of course. The ball just outside the 31-yard line of the Baltimore Ravens. We've been talking a lot about the Eagles. Of course, most of the people watching us on Fox Philadelphia Eagles fans think the Ravens have impressed you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Have the Ravens impressed you, sir?
Yes, they have.
The football guru that
this
you
is
are.
not a 5-11 football team, which they were last year. They're a team that their first 22 is very good. They're like a lot of teams in it.
Greg Jefferson.
Yeah,
How
baby.
huge is that? Our producers, Tommy Shredenchek and George Cummings, the best in the business, said we're going to isolate on number 79. Greg Jefferson is a huge addition now that he's healthy to this team, Ronnie.
You'll see it right here. Greg Jefferson with outstanding move on the outside, coming up the field. The inside pressure forced Zier out of the pocket right into Jefferson. You've got to pressure the quarterback. This is the situation you'd love to be in. 3rd down, 22 yards to go. And I'll tell you what, Jefferson looked good there. Watch him on the next play. Hey, guys in the booth, watch him on this play. I'll tell you what, he's coming after the QB.
Absolutely, because it's a 3rd and 22 for that QB, Eric Zier, who will go in the shotgun alongside his running back, Ernest Hunter. But he wants a timeout. There is 7 minutes and 12 seconds to go in this football game. Eagles trail by 1. Big 3rd down play coming up for the Ravens when we continue the National Football League on Fox Philadelphia.
Back to Baltimore, I'm Carl Churkin along the sidelines here at Memorial Stadium. 7:12 remaining to be played. 3rd and 22 facing Eric Zier, and the Ravens also facing Eric Zier. Number 79, who we've been calling your attention to, clearly one of the young guns on the Philadelphia Eagles defense. And talk about guns. The guy's put about 20 pounds on since last year, his rookie year, when he sat out most of it with a knee injury, but he has added those 20 pounds in those guns. And he has just missed Eric Zier, and Eric Zier's coming right at me as he just hurdled me and knocked off my earpiece. My apologies to Eric Zier as we try and get out of the way. Back upstairs to you.
Churkin will do anything to get additional airtime.
Get a little airtime, yeah.
Knowing Carl, you know, how tall did he look during our opening? If any of you have been with us all night, we hope most of you had. Carl had to stand on a platform to get up to Jaws' shoulder. But Eric Zier, more importantly, Carl, you okay, guy? We really need you.
There he is.
Jeez,
Unbelievable. He can still take a hit.
Nicely done, Carl. Northeast High School's Carl Churkin, an 8-sport star at that school. And now, because of the flush there by the Eagles defense, the serious point, they flush Zier. Once again, the Ravens are punting. Freddie Solomon standing back inside the 40-yard line, calls for the fair catch, and the Eagles will take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. 6 minutes and 41 seconds to go in a Baltimore Ravens 10, Philadelphia Eagles 9 game. Of course, tickets still remain for the Eagles' 2 home preseason contests that we mentioned will be on Fox Philadelphia. Next Thursday, August the 8th, they'll be taking on Richie the K, Rich Kotite and the New York Jets. And then Friday, August the 23rd, against the defending AFC champion Pittsburgh Steelers. Not only going to be an interstate rivalry, but that last preseason game is just like regular season. 463-2000 for the Eagles, 336-2000 for Ticketmaster. Come on out and support the Ray Rhodes Eagles. All right, Bobby Hoying at the controls. 1st down and 10. They're going to take the ball just outside their own 38-yard line. Bobby Hoying on the give to Kevin Bowie. That's been the combination since Hoying got in the game, and he's out over the 40. What's going on with the line play up there? Again, we have a lot of new guys, a lot of that depth on the offensive line getting a test here as we look at Bowie.
Tally, a lot of young guys getting the opportunity, and still you're looking at guys that are maybe 2nd and 3rd on the depth chart are being successful in moving people. And again, you look at this group as a whole. They are stopping the penetration. You'll see McCrary, boom, come and get a block on a linebacker. There it is. Freddie's trying to get a block. You're not going to get a whole lot of blocks out of a speedy wide receiver.
call it 2nd and 8 from the 41-yard line. Bobby Hoyne has 2 Mississippi State backs behind him, Freddie McCrary and Kevin Bowie. He's back to pass. Blitz is coming. Just gets rid of him in the direction of Kevin Bowie, but much better to take the INC, the incompletion, than the SACK.
Absolutely correct. That's a veteran play right there. When you get the rush up the middle that quick, and you can't even make your read downfield, know where your outlet is, throw the ball away. You'd rather be in 3rd and 7 than 3rd and 17. You'll see it right here. Pressure right up the middle, just a miss on the stunt. It looked like Mayberry went to the outside. The stunt brought the defensive lineman back to the inside again. A rookie mistake. But I'll tell you what, the quarterback doesn't want to hear rookie mistake. He's going to say, will you damn block him?
All right, 3rd down situation for Bobby Hoyne. So far, he's 3 for 6, 36 yards in the brief evening that he has had, coming in as the Eagles' 3rd quarterback. Freddie Solomon in motion there. Hoyne straight back to pass. Looks to the left side, makes the completion to number 42, Dialelo Burks. One of those rookies that's just going to try to find a way to get on this football team, but a lot of veteran depth at wide receiver, and some of the young guys, in particular Freddie Solomon, have impressed us so far tonight.
Well, this will play right here where you got to catch the ball clean. You'll see Hoy said it's a crossing under route, man coverage, you chase him. That ball has to be out in front of him, so he doesn't have to turn his shoulders back, juggle the ball, and allow the man coverage guy chase him across the field to catch up. If the ball's out in front, he catches the ball, turns up the field, 1st down. Instead, 4th and punt.
Tommy Hutton standing at his own 25. Jermaine Lewis back at the Ravens 10. Hutton gets under the ball. Jermaine Lewis at the 8. Back over the 10, up to the 15-yard line, runs into one of his own men, and he's going to go down at the 16-yard line, making the stop for the Philadelphia Eagles on that play. A couple of special teams guys, Derek Witherspoon, and also helping out on that play, a guy whose number we have called a lot tonight, number 58, Whit Marshall, along with 52, Sly and the Family Stone Wright. Hey, Ray loves him. Danny Smith loves Sly, man.
Hey. A moment ago, you were talking about the Eagles' schedule through the preseason. You got to go the Jets coming in. You got New England up there, and you got Pittsburgh. And I had a chance to talk to Mark Shabrota. He thinks this Raven team can challenge the Pittsburgh Steelers for the AFC Central.
All right.
Tommy Hutton having a terrific night, booming some babies up there.
Downfield, number 52, 5 yards, still 4th down.
Well, they love Sly and the Family Stone Wright a little less over on the Eagles bench and also next to us here in the Eagles coaching booth. But all things told, the special teams have been, in your opinion tonight, what, Ron? Have they been good, a lot better than last year? What's your read on the special teams, an area of great concern?
I believe right now I would say they're okay. They've got to get better. There have been way too many penalties. You can't have penalties. But, of course, 80 players are in uniform tonight. You're not going to have that crispness you're going to have 3 weeks from now. So you can expect to see these kinds of plays. That doesn't make it right. You can't make the mistakes, but you can expect to see them in a game like this when you're playing 80 football players.
Ravens have been in 1 penalty tonight. The Eagles have had 6. That will not please Ray Rhodes. Hutton with take 2 on the punt. Jermaine Lewis this time takes it at his own 14-yard line. Up over the 20. He's got some running room up to the 25, up near the 30, and number 31, Derek Witherspoon with the hit. So the Ravens will take over with 4 minutes and 58 seconds to go in a football game. They lead 10-9, and they'll be taking over right around the 30-yard line. The spot's going to be right at the 30. As Danny Smith talks about wanting to have guys who can come down and get people like Jermaine Lewis. Derek Witherspoon, nice tackle here, Ronnie.
Well, actually, you'll see Whit Marshall come flying down first. He'll probably come into your screen right about there. Boom, he's breaking up. He's taking on the first guy to force the blocker out of the play. Now here comes the backup guys. Whit Marshall actually doesn't get credit for the tackle, but he kind of broke the wave so everybody else can converge.
Saw Freddie McCrary there as well. And, of course, one of the things as we look at the cut-down dates, a lot of people fighting for jobs these last few minutes of a game. Very, very important if you're on the proverbial bubble. All right, Eric Zier, 1st and 10 at his own 30. The give is to Ernest Hunter, who's seen a lot of action off the left side, up over the 35, but a penalty flag comes flying in. That's going to be brought back. I'm going to try to make the call like you made it. Holding on the offense.
Well, come on, give me the guy who was holding. I gave you the player. I gave it all.
You want me to pick a player out there?
No, don't guess. Don't guess.
Well, I'll give you an educated guess. No, I'll let Brad do it.
Holding
84.
by the offense. Number 69. 10 yards, still 1st down.
Second penalty of the night for the Ravens on Jeff Blackshear. He is a tackle out of Grambling, and, of course, offensive holding. One thing offensive line coaches, head coaches like Ted Marchibroda and Ray Rhodes just do not want to have happen.
Well, and you know, you can almost call it every play. You hear everyone say it all the time. But you can hold, but just keep your arms inside. Don't put them outside. If you wrap their arms around outside, you're going to get called for it.
A lot more total yardage as you saw for the Eagles tonight. Eric Zier in the shotgun. It is first down and 20 to go. He's flushed out to the right. He's going to keep the ball himself. He's going to come back to the left. He's going to get himself out of bounds before he gets nailed. And the Eagles again with good pursuit. And you like the way they are not only pursuing, Ron, but containment. You can't just pursue. You got to contain.
And also pursuing on the other sideline was Carl Churkin. The play was coming his